No, it's terrible. I've been on the John and I have been on the rides, together since like 1979. So it's and it keeps getting stronger and it's great.
Do you remember the first time you met John?
Yeah, I was. He was in a 10-piece band in Jersey, and I went to a high school that was in the next town over with his first cousin. And first cousin Butch, and Butch said, "Hey, my cousin's looking for a keyboard player."
Oh yeah.
And I got my equipment, went over to the bass player's house, Steve Peretti. I still remember him, and brought all my heavy shit. They had to help me carry it down the stairs to the basement, and got them to carry it down there, and that was it. Oh. That was the first day, and it's been going on since. That band was a Springsteen and Juke cover band with a couple originals.
Right.
So it was a whole different world, and it was 10-piece. We had a 5-piece horn section, 5-piece rhythm sections. So it was a big, big, big sound. So it was certainly something different. And then a couple of originals, like, oh, that's pretty cool. But we were, and we played clubs 4 nights a week. It was fun. Yeah,
and when you were doing those sort of Springsteen covers, actually, on the side note of that, what was a favourite Springsteen cover to do?
Rosalita, just fun club songs. It was great.
Great stuff. Yeah. But now, obviously, so many years down the line, here you are, 130 million records sold later and all of that. You told me before, when actually, the last time I spoke to you, it was a double call with you and Tico, and both of you it was so evident there's a big love for Ireland. Now, everybody in the world seems to have a love for Ireland, or they'll tell you that there's a love for Ireland, even if it's just that line that's been wheeled out at the time. But you guys genuinely have a big affinity with here, don't you?
Yeah, Ireland is just great. I think Irish people are just wonderful, wonderful people, warm, inviting, and embrace us, and we embrace back.
I was reading just the other day that John had some knee surgery done, and I didn't know this until this week. And apparently he left like part of his knee here.
Yeah, they did. He messed it up, and they actually did the operation there.
That's hilarious. I didn't know that there was a part of him still hanging around. Last time you were in, you did Slane. I mean, it was so big. How do you top that on a slightly smaller scale with the RDS, which is, of course, the traditional Bon Jovi Home from Home?
I don't think you compare anything. I think you just get out there and play the best show that we can play. And we've had so many stories about the RDS. I mean, we played everywhere, from the small clubs, all the way up to to what we are now. So it's everyone is an event, and everyone is fun. Everyone's a challenge. You just want to be the best you can. And you challenge yourself to be the best you can. That's the reason why I think we're still standing, is that we keep challenging ourselves every night.
Was that built to play as a live band, or was there so much in studio that was being done, like overdubbing and blah, blah, blah?
No, you know what? We always try to make our records that playable live. For Tico and Hugh, it's easier on them because they play one instrument. They play the bass and the drums, so They just play it. For me, I play so many different keyboard parts, so I have to figure out how I could take 2 hands and make them do 4 things.
Yeah, right. And sing at the same time.
And sing, and then, I use my feet. So I have feet playing stuff at the same time, and 2 hands playing it, and switching things in, and volume pedals bringing it in and out, and it's definitely a challenge, but it's fun.
Would you have been a fan back in the day of Ray Manzarek?
Oh, yeah. I got to meet Ray. He was really a wonderful gentleman. Yeah. It's funny, when I met him, we had lunch somewhere. I don't remember, maybe California, and he was talking about, I said I'm from Colts Neck, and he's like, I was stationed at Fort Monmouth. He's like, you know where that is? I go, yeah, it's about 6 minutes from my house.
No way.
I know exactly where that is.
But that was quite the talent, though, wasn't it, back in the day? Let's not bother with a bass player. I'll just play this left-handed, bass part or whatever. And what a sound.
Oh, yeah. He was just a great guy great blues guy from Chicago.
From Chicago. That's absolutely right, yeah. When you come back to Dublin, and now that you've got 2 nights, will there be a little downtime? Is there anything that you need some tourist advice on? Like, where have you not been?
That's a really good question. I don't think there's many places I haven't been.
Have you done the Viking Splash Tour?
I haven't done a group tour thing. I've done a whole bunch of castles, and I've done the coast, and I've driven around, and it's just it's great.
I think you should get all the boys, and this is a good team building exercise as well, as if being on the road with them all the time wasn't. But get them and do the Viking splash tour when you're in. You drive around the city, you scream like Vikings, which of course Dublin was a Viking settlement, and then you dunk into the River Liffey at some stage, and you come out dry the other end.
Nice.
Yeah. Come back to Springsteen for 1 second. I was reading there earlier this week as well about you guys, that you've got to be up to speed on about 95 to 100 songs or something so that you can wheel out pretty much most of them over the tour or whatever. But I was we had Nils Lofgren on, oh gosh, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe, last time Springsteen was coming in. And he was saying that they have to have over 200 songs at the beck and call because Bruce will shout, let's do X, Y, and Z. And, you know, New York Serenade, and it's got to be there, and it's got to be ready, and it's got to be perfect. So you with your 95 songs, I want to see if you're match fit, okay? I'm going to give you 3 lyrics, and you've got to tell me what songs these are, and they're yours, okay?
I can try.
I got lots of money, but it isn't what I need.
Bad Medicine.
They say the oil wells ran deeper here than anybody knows.
Tri-County.
Oh, bloody good. I didn't think you were going to get that. I set each stone.
This House is Not for Sale.
Damn it. Yes.
Pretty good, huh?
Very good.
I pay attention.
You do. All right, listen, good to talk to you. We're looking forward to it. Not 1, but 2 now shows at the good old RDS next summer. Bon Jovi are coming back to town, and we're looking forward to it. Thanks for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Can't wait to get there.